When should you be dropping your baby's bottles? I don't mean nighttime bottles, actually. I have a totally separate YouTube video on that. Let's get right into the best time to drop bottles and start sippy cups. Hi, my name is Sarah, and as the lead certified pediatric sleep expert at Yours and Baby Sleep, I help families get their sleep on track. So why am I talking about bottles if I'm a sleep expert? Sometimes once we get to the age of 12 months old, I see that food and daytime solid intake really can have an effect, not so much on bedtime, not really on overnight wakings, but early mornings. I'm seeing a need for parents to get support in food transition and bottle dropping, and that's why I'm here today. It is only fair that I talk about my qualifications first so that you make informed decisions. Please keep in mind that I am not a nutritionist or a dietitian. I am not a pediatrician, and these are three very helpful resources to confer with when you are trying to make decisions about your child's diet. However, I am a sleep expert who does work with schedules all day long, specifically in the 12-month age range. I do see the effects of continuing to keep bottles beyond the age of 12 months and how parents really do struggle to remove them the longer and longer we wait. I base a lot of my information on my experience with the families who I work with, but also from the information I learned from my own very trusted pediatrician. I have learned a lot from other families through their pediatricians, and with all of that combined together, I have deduced what is the best time to drop bottles, how to drop bottles, and how to introduce more kid-like food. I already alluded to it. I bet you can guess the age when it's appropriate to drop a bottle, and that would be on your child's first birthday. For about the 2 months leading up to their first birthday, or sooner if you really want to, I really encourage you to start working on providing sippy cups to them. When we are practicing sippy cups with either formula, water, or some type of cow's milk or non-dairy alternative, we are going to really be working on the skill of drinking through a straw. As per many speech therapists who work in the pediatric field, straw drinking is superior to sippy cup drinking because of the way that our mouths form and because of the process of sucking something through a straw. I can link my favorite straw sippy cups below. Be sure to check them out. They are still a favorite amongst all of my families. When we work on the sippy cups early and often, we know that it's going to be easier to transfer most of their calorie intake from liquids from the bottle to the sippy cup. And here's another big piece of information that I want to make sure that you get clarity from your individual pediatrician. All pediatricians vary a little bit on their recommendations for milk intake during the day, but typically once our child reaches 12 months of age, as long as they are growing on their curve and there aren't any medical implications, we are okay to drop baby formulas and simply offer cow's milk or an equivalent non-dairy alternative. In terms of total ounces throughout the day, that really ranges, in my experience, from pediatrician recommendations to from 8 ounces all the way to 16 ounces. So it really is cut down significantly. If you think about your child's main source of food as formula, the general recommendation is 24 to 28 ounces, half or even a third from what their recommendation was when they were a baby. This change in ounces requires a mindset shift for us as parents as well. We have spent an entire year counting the amount of ounces that we are putting in our baby, and then seemingly overnight, we are switching that recommendation to a third. I want you to shift your mindset to understand that their liquid should be a complement to their meal, much like it is for us. They should be receiving 3 solid meals throughout the day. Solids can be whatever you're comfortable with, whether that is purees, baby-led weaning, just something that's not in liquid form, that is taken through a bottle or a cup. And we're going to serve the milk as a side to those 3 meals a day. So for example, I might offer cereal with some banana and a side of peanut butter and a 4-ounce sippy cup of milk for breakfast. I might offer some type of snack in the middle. For lunch, same type of meal with a 4-ounce sippy cup of milk. Dinner, meal, 4-ounce sippy cup of milk, and I might round out my day to be at about 12 ounces of milk during the daytime. This is sufficient once our baby is 12 months old. And how do we get rid of the bottle? I'm talking about what we can do in place of the bottle, but how do we get rid of it? If your baby is still young, so between 12, 13, 14 months, honestly, just drop it. I was so excited when my daughters turned 1 so that I didn't have to wash all of the parts of the Dr. Brown's bottles anymore. I had my father-in-law give both of them their last bottle on their first birthdays, and that was it. The next day, we were full-blown sippy cups. There's a little bit of a learning curve. Even when we do already know how to use a sippy cup, we can expect that their liquid intake might reduce by a little bit because they have been used to drinking a good amount of calories in their milk. This will shift quickly if we just are very clear. Our food at that point comes from our solid food source with the complement of our liquid on the side. One benefit to dropping the bottles as soon as your baby turns 12 months old is that it is easier to take it away the younger they are. You might be watching this and you might have a 15-month-old, 18-month-old, 2.5-year-old who is still taking a bottle or 2 or 3 throughout your day and really wondering like, gosh, how do I drop it now? At that point, it becomes more than just nutrition, and it really is being used for some type of comfort. Parents have lots of different suggestions as to how to drop bottles as the child gets older. Sometimes you'll hear, oh, put just water in it and they won't like it anymore. Put a different type of liquid in it that they don't enjoy drinking. Cut the nipple, right? I mean, there's lots of different ways that we can wean a bottle, but it is very different weaning a bottle than it is weaning breastfeeding. So I want to treat this as if your baby's over 12 months old and is attached to the bottle for some sort of soothing or comfort reasons, we are going to be kind and clear and remove it completely all together. In preparation, you can definitely reduce the ounces that you're offering them in their bottles so that they start to transfer their calories to their solid food or their sippy cup. And also, if we're not drinking as much liquid from a bottle, our belly is going to be hungrier for our solid foods. So this is an important balance we want to strike as well. I would only start this process for 3 to 5 days, and by the end of your week, I want bottles removed completely. Don't have them in the house, don't provide access to them. I want them out so that they know that they are not available. Same learning curve process will happen as when you do this at 12 months old. In the first 3 to 5 days after you completely drop the bottles, you may see their liquid intake decreases, but I promise you they will start drinking liquid again when it is the only option, and they will start to increase their solid intake as long as they are having wet diapers, or if they're potty trained and they're using the potty frequently enough. We don't have to worry about dehydration. If you're ever concerned, please give your pediatrician a call. And real quick, because I love sleep and I love talking about things that positively affect sleep, when we eventually drop bottles, if it's been a sleep association, this is going to greatly improve your sleep situation, I promise you. So tell me, what questions do you have about dropping your child's bottle? Go to the comments, tell me your child's age, tell me your biggest challenge and your fears about dropping their bottle. And on your way down, make sure to give me a thumbs up so that I know that this content is helpful for you. For more information about my sleep programs or any other resources that I have available to you, please visit my website, yourzenbabysleep.com. And finally, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you are the first to know when I publish my newest sleep content. As always, from my living room to yours, thank you so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you next time.